This is Jonathan Agger, FIFA Pro Boxing fans, joined by S-Jam's Shane Watson at the Joyce Parker press conference. The fight goes down this Saturday on BT Sport Box Office. Shane, how are you feeling? It's 2 days away.
Really excited. Joe's worked really hard this camp. I was with him in Vegas throughout the whole camp. It's the best camp he's ever had, and I know everyone says that, but I genuinely actually mean it. Like, I'm not actually taking a piss. But
Why are you interviewing him? Oh, here we go. We can get you after.
Here we go. Here he is, Joseph Parker, the opponent for Saturday. There we are. WBO interim title. WBO interim title.
Are you going to do a face-off?
Heart of the team, innit? Heart of the team.
Are you? What's your job?
Chief Operating Officer, SM.
Are you, for real?
Yeah.
I thought you used to do media.
Used to.
You've been talking a whole lot of crap.
Yeah, we've all been talking, haven't we?
Who? What have you been saying?
What have I been talking about? About what?
You're saying a whole lot of crap.
I haven't been talking crap. That's what the boxing's about, isn't it?
Oh, so you're just promoting
all the
it?
hype.
Just promoting it?
What everyone does. Management, trainers.
What's he been saying?
Huh?
What's he been saying to you?
Just a whole lot of crap.
Well, there we go.
Got a handshake as respect.
Listen, we're just having fun.
Just fun.
Just a bit of fun.
Fun and games. That's it. Yeah, so...
well, Shane,
fight.
bit of a reaction to that.
Yeah.
Have you been talking crap?
Not really, not as far as I'm aware. I think everyone's said a few things here and there. He, not so much him, more Andy Lee, I thought was quite disrespectful of Joe. So, yeah.
What do you think Joe's getting at there? I know you said it's all joking, but he was a bit serious there.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think because yesterday I was speaking about the Coley sparring, and I think maybe that upset him a bit. But listen, they spoke about our sparring, they spoke about our training, so I thought, I'd make a bit of a comment about the Coley sparring with him, and I don't think he obviously quite liked it. But listen, builds a fight, doesn't it? It talks about a fight, like. You speak about our camp, we speak about your camp. It sounds really childish, doesn't it? But that's it, man. Listen, I've got a tremendous amount of respect for Joseph Parker, and I'm actually, before this fight was actually made, like, I used to talk to him quite a bit. He's a really good guy. Obviously, I think everyone knows that. He's like one of the nicest guys in the sport. It's like the two nicest people fighting each other. So that's kind of why the talking isn't maybe like eccentric up on the stage. But he's a good guy, Joseph Parker, man. I like him a lot. So, and you know what? He's ready to fight now, isn't he? Like, we're a couple of days out. He's going to be feeling a bit on edge. Both men probably will be, so that's why you get a little bit of a agitated Joseph there. But
I thought we didn't even need Joyce there. I thought we were going to get Shane Watson against Joe Parker, new main event.
Mate, well, there are many other people I'd rather have a go with in here than him. But fuck that. But,
well, let's talk about the main event. I guess on paper, one of probably the best fights to make in the heavyweight division outside of the champions. That's been sort of what people have said, and I guess that's true because of the styles and how we've seen Parker improve under Andy Lee. Would you go along with that?
No, I wouldn't go along with that because it's difficult to go off of the couple of fights he's had. The first fight he arguably lost, which against Chisora. I don't actually think he lost, but I'm saying it's arguable. I didn't think he lost, but and then the second fight he looked way better. But it's difficult to measure in terms of is he better because Chisora, so he looked a lot worse. Like his punch resistance looked like it was going, and yeah, he just didn't look like he kind of was anywhere near as good as he once was. And I mean, we saw that in the Pulev fight as well. He was getting hurt off Pulev. Again, a fight, I don't think actually Chisora won that fight. I thought Pulev just about nicked it, but it was a pick 'em, I guess. But so it's hard to measure going off of those things. So I guess the only way we really see is on Saturday night how much Andy Lee's added to the game. But I'm sure being around Fury, being around Andy Lee, who's a very experienced boxing man and achieved a lot in his own right, would have added more to his game. I'm sure he would have, but is that going to be enough to beat Joe Joyce? Absolutely not.
All right, what did you make of when Parker said up there he's got quicker hands, quicker feet, one punch knockout?
Yeah.
He basically feels he's got every attribute over Joyce. What did you make of them, and do you have any answers back to that? Do you disagree with what he's saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know where the one punch knockout things come from. I mean, I don't think Parker's been stopping people regularly for years, so I don't understand where that's come from. But I mean, a lot of those other things, maybe they could be true. Maybe he is more coated, maybe he is faster, maybe he does have faster feet, faster hands. The only way we really find out is on Saturday again. But he can have all those things. It doesn't mean it's going to be enough to beat Joyce, does it? Like, they're just naming qualities that Parker has, but Parker's got a lot of quality because he's a world level heavyweight. So that's as far as I see it, really. But yeah.
Some of the criticism of Joe in the last fight against Hammer, that he was getting hit far too much.
Yeah.
And with a guy like Parker who's more experienced, at a higher level, that's going to be a worrying sign. Is that any concern for you guys?
Not at all. I'm not worried about that at all. Basically, that was where they probably should have accepted the fight, because that was like Joe's tune-up fight, where they were working on a lot of things in the gym with Salas. He was making a lot of mistakes still. So that was his fight, to put all of these mistakes into one and learn from it, and then come out stronger and better. And that's what he's done. And now he's firing on full cylinders. I think they made a major mistake not fighting on July 2nd. Even then, I still would have thought that Joe would win. Otherwise, we would never have put him forward for it. But now he's like Joyce 2.0. So he's going to find it to be a very difficult and lonely place to be on Saturday night, Joseph Parker will.
You know, both your side and their side have been talking about how difficult it was to make the fight. How privy were you to those conversations? How difficult was it to get this over the line?
Yeah, I mean, it was very difficult because I mean, it's a world level fight, so they're always going to be difficult to make, but there were some really random and weird requests from their side, and that made it difficult. And then 1 minute it was on, 1 minute it was off. Then there was like escrow, and it just goes on and goes on, it goes on. But all that matters is it's on now. We're a couple of days away, big fight, and a big win for Joyce is coming in. So. And
if he does win the fight, how many fights do you think he's away from the world title shot? He wins the fight, he's the interim champion, but you've got Fury potentially against Joshua, then the winner maybe against Usyk. What do you do with him? Do you just keep him as active as possible?
Well, the man should be called by March 23rd, I believe. But obviously, the only thing that can break that up is an undisputed fight. So if Fury and Usyk, obviously who are the current champions, do decide to have an undisputed fight, that would push it back slightly. But unless that happens, and that's what we're looking at, looking around March for it to get called, and then within a couple of months there, whether Joe has a warm-up in between will remain to be seen. It depends how hard this fight is and what kind of damage is done after this fight, then we'll determine what will be next for Joe after that.
All right, Shane, thanks for talking to Pro Boxing Fans. Anything you want to add on the fight, and on people watching this on BC Sport box office? What can they expect?
Yeah, tune in to a great heavyweight clash between two really good guys, two powerful big men who have put it all on the line for a big fight, and the winner is in a great place and the loser maybe not so much. But yeah, tune in on Saturday night.
Shane, appreciate it.
Yeah, cool, top man.